Welcome to Best Homes Around SoCal, where we bring you the newest homes from the top builders in Southern California. I'm Elizabeth Sanchez, and we're in the Santa Clarita Valley, about 30 miles north of downtown Los Angeles. Today, we're visiting two of Lennar's communities in Valencia, where they offer 22 different floor plans. Let's take a look inside. Despite progress, fire officials remain cautiously optimistic. Some residents have been allowed back into their homes, but still thousands of others remain under a mandatory evacuation. As your weekend gets underway, it's important to remember sun safety this summer. Memorial Day often marks the start of outdoor summer activities, and one campaign is aiming to raise awareness of the dangers of sun overexposure. Brooke Baldwin reports. She's having me pound garlic here and some peppers. You already put me to work.
Green papaya. Go ahead, keep pounding.
So, as I keep pounding, tell us how we celebrate Thai New Year.
Well, we eat everything that supposedly look like strings, you know?
Oh.
Like, are you ready?
With ice? No! I didn't see that coming. Okay. Very good. Is that what you do when people walk in your restaurant, too?
Yes, I do. Especially little kids. Oh, they just go, start crying.
You like to make them cry? Yeah,
Sure. A spoon.
Let's taste it with this.
Yeah. Be careful. That's a chili.
That's a chili?
Oh, hot, hot, hot.
There?
Yeah.
Okay.
See, if you like your own taste. What do you think?
Oh, it is good. It is a little hot spicy. You asked me if I like things hot, so you put extra pepper, I think, in for me, because I said I do.
Yeah.
I like things hot. I'm Elizabeth Sanchez in for Jim Patton tonight. 4 days without hot water and gas to cook. About 500 families living in a Carmel Mountain apartment complex have been dealing with these annoying conditions. A gas pipe leak has led to this big mess. San Diego 6's Antonio Castellan joins us live from the newsroom with this story. A popular San Diego gentlemen's club gets stripped of its alcohol license after a 2-year battle. San Diego 6's Mike Deneau is live in Little Italy with more on what the club is being accused of and how they lost their liquor license. Federal investigators are trying to figure out the cause of a deadly crash between an Amtrak train and a semi-trailer. The truck driver and at least one person on the train were killed in the fiery accident. The train with 204 passengers was headed to the Bay Area when it crashed in Nevada, just east of Reno. 20 others on the train were injured. 2 of them are in critical condition. Firefighters had to tackle a brush fire north of Santee from the sky today. The fire started around 11:30 this morning, high on a hill that's part of the Sycamore Canyon Open Space Preserve. A sheriff's helicopter crew scooped water from nearby Santee lakes and dropped it on the slow-moving flames, while ground crews made their way to the remote site. 2 to 3 acres burned before it was put out just before noon. Some San Diego County employees are furious about a decision by the county to spend nearly $200,000 on a new piece of artwork, and they're not taking it lying down. They're hula hooping. Some workers spent their lunch hour in front of the county operations complex on Overland Avenue, which houses the new art. But why the hula hoops? Well, here's a good reason to stand up and walk around. A new study by the American Cancer Society finds sitting too much, it's going to shorten your life. Researchers studied more than 123,000 people over a 14-year period. They found women who sit for more than 6 hours a day were about 40% more likely to die during the course of the study than those who sat for fewer than 3 hours a day. Men were about 20% more likely to die in the comparison. Nevada could be the first state in the country to allow driverless cars. According to the Los Angeles Times, a bill was passed this week that would allow the creation of rules for the computer-operated vehicles. Experts believe there would be fewer accidents and traffic jams if fewer people were behind the wheel. So far, driverless cars have logged more than 140,000 miles on California roads as part of a Google project. An emperor penguin that somehow made its way from Antarctica to a New Zealand beach 2,000 miles away has now been moved to a zoo where it is scheduled for surgery. The young bird's health has worsened in the New Zealand winter that is much warmer than it is back home. The penguin has been eating sand, which may have been mistaken for snow, and its throat became blocked with debris. The penguin, which has been nicknamed Happy Feet, has been moved to the Wellington Zoo in preparation for his trip back to Antarctica.
Elizabeth Sanchez is in Sunland, California this morning. Good morning, Elizabeth.
Good morning, Michelle. The flames here in the Angeles National Forest, the so-called station fire, have slowed. And behind me in this charred hillside, there are some hot spots. And although it's a little hard to see right now, there are some hand crews back there trying to put those hot spots out. California firefighters now have nearly a quarter of a massive wildfire near Los Angeles under control.
This is our first increase in containment since the beginning of the fire, and that's been due to a little bit due to the weather.
Higher humidity and cooler temperatures should continue to give crews a bit of a break today. They've been battling fierce flames for a week now, lighting backfires and attacking from the sky.
It was just amazing to watch. They were fabulous.
This Glendale resident witnessed firefighters moving into her neighborhood when the flames were just feet away.
They knew exactly what they were doing. There was nothing to worry about.
Despite progress, fire officials remain cautiously optimistic. Some residents have been allowed back into their homes, but still thousands of others remain under a mandatory evacuation.
If the temperature should go up again, the humidity's come back down again, it could be a very angry fire again, so we're not out of the woods.
So far, the fire has torched more than 127,000 acres and destroyed more than 60 homes.
It's a little, anxious to watch this going on. But I see a lot of firefighters and a lot of fire trucks back there, and I feel confident that they're going to take good care of the property.
While full containment will take a couple of more weeks, California lawmakers are already worried about how much cash they're burning through. This round of wildfires has cost the state $106 million. That's most of its firefighting budget, just 2 months into the fiscal year. Now let me show you what's burning in this area. This is dried brush and it's all over the hillside, fuel for the fire. The fire is now 22% contained, and although the weather helped, the fight is not over. There is a possibility of dry lightning strikes today. Reporting live from Sunland, Elizabeth Sanchez, CBS News. Mary, the only way to get your ticket is to register online, and the deadline for that is 6 p.m. Pacific time. Meanwhile, the city of Los Angeles is gearing up for a massive memorial service on Tuesday, which is sure to be fit for a king, the king of pop. Michael Jackson fans have until tonight to register for tickets to his memorial.
At that time, we will randomly draw 8,750 names that will receive 2 tickets each for either Staples Center or the Nokia Theater.
Tickets are being made available through the Staples Center website. The lucky winners will be contacted Sunday and told where to pick up their tickets and wristbands. The public will have access to 11,000 tickets for next Tuesday's event at the Staples Center. The adjacent Nokia Theater will hold an additional 6,500 fans.
I'm calling everyone I know to please register for me. I have to be there. I have to be there. He meant so much to me.
But officials are still worried. Even if fans don't have tickets, they'll still be here. In an effort to curb the masses, the memorial will not be shown on the big screens outside, and there will be no funeral procession. City officials are also shutting down the area around the venue and offering one more piece of advice.
You might want to consider watching this from the comfort of your own home.
As the world prepares to say goodbye to a legend, the investigation into his death deepened Friday. Authorities say they found the powerful sedative Diprovan in Jackson's home. The intravenous drug is usually used in operating rooms to induce unconsciousness, but experts say it can lead to cardiac arrest. Shortly before Jackson's death, a nurse says the pop star asked for Diprovan to cure his insomnia, but she wouldn't give it to him. Jackson apparently begged for the drug amid the stress of preparing for his massive comeback tour. At first, the online tickets were only available to U.S. residents, but when UK fans got upset, Jackson's promoter AEG Live decided to open them up to everyone. The Jackson family says Michael would have wanted a celebration that everyone could be a part of. Reporting live from Los Angeles, Elizabeth Sanchez, CBS 2 News. Hi, I'm Elizabeth Sanchez. Coming up, we'll take you to some of the most prestigious locations in Southern California.
This estate has everything you could ever want. People would search the entire world to find the lifestyle that this provides.
Imagine this as your backyard view. It's California living at its best. From coastal living to secluded estates, step into the most luxurious listings in Southern California. Come with us. We're here in Rancho Santa Fe at El Milagro, the miracle of San Diego County, right here in the Covenant. And we're talking to the #1 sales team in San Diego County, according to the Wall Street Journal, Catherine, Jason, and Ryan. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome.
Welcome, Elizabeth.
Ryan, what golf course are we practicing on?
Torrey Pines, Pebble Beach, Augusta. Actually, we're at our very own golf course.
This is fabulous.
Yeah, the owner is an enthusiast, and he hired Dave Peltz to come in and put in this amazing 29-hole practice facility. There's nothing like this in the ranch. It's state of the art.
Well, let's take some shots.
All right, you want it ladies first?
Okay. There's so much to do on this estate, from the putting green to the exercise room.
It really is amazing. There's a full studio here, which is big enough to host a whole group of friends and have any type of a fitness class.
Should we try what they're doing?
I think we should try. Can't promise it's going to go well.
Hard to do in a suit?
A little hard to do in a suit. Boo!
Great way to spend some time with your friends.
You know, I invited the fellas to play a little poker. This is a really fun room, and the owner of the estate is one of the most famous gambling professionals and investors in the entire world.
He was featured on 60 Minutes.
He was.
Thank you for joining us. I'm Elizabeth Sanchez. Like us on our Facebook page, follow us on Twitter, and visit us on our website at besthomesAroundSoCal.com to find out more about our next episode. We'll see you next time.